Back to the Cartoon History Channel, and this is Saturday Afternoon Retro Team 12, the 2006 scenes. And I will be covering from 2000 to 2008, all the way from As Told by Ginger to Avatar The Last Airbender. There are some 90s shows that went on in the 2000s and continued into the 2000s, but these shows are shows that started in the 2000s and ended in the 2000s. The first show I'm going to talk about is As Told by Ginger. It was the fifth of the six main at the time Klasky Chupo Nick-Toons, and it was basically a female version of the original Jim Jenkins show back in 1981, Doug. This high school girl named Ginger Fowley was your typical high school teenage age girl. She fit in, but she wasn't exactly completely in. She was in the middle in, just right. And she was voiced by a member of the Disney family, someone that claims to be a member of the Disney family. And it was a show about an older sister with a younger brother that was the town rascal, and about her life just going around being embarrassed by her mom, being embarrassed by her little brother, and just trying to get by. And she wrote in her diary at the end of each episode. The show lasted from 2000 to 2006 with 3 seasons and 60 episodes. The show I'm going to talk about actually premiered on the same day as the next show I'm going to talk about after this one. March 30th, 2001 was the premiere day for The Fairly Odd Parents and Invader Zim. It lasted from March 30th, 2001 till fall of 2017. I think it was September of 2017 for 10 seasons. And the reason it had so many years in between is because it kept ending and coming back. It finally ended in February of 2017 when Butch left the network. It ended on February of 2017. The show itself didn't end until July 20th of 2017. The show that aired on the very same day, March 30th, 2001, was Invader Zim. It was a 2000s version, basically, of the Spumco and Johnny K. Ren and Stimpy. It was as edgy as Rocko's Modern Life or Ren and Stimpy, but it was even more so. More of an MTV type show, like Beavis and Butthead. or South Park, or Family Guy, or The Simpsons, or something like that. They wanted an edgier show, and Invader Zim pushed the envelope. The title character was voiced by Richard Horvitz of Daggett and Awful 5, that I have mentioned in other videos. He was the loser of his alien clan, the leaders, the Talls. He was given his one last chance to go to a planet and try to invade it and take it over. He goes to this town, disguises himself as a junior high age kid, but this one sci-fi nerd that can tell that he's an alien is the only one sane person in the show. Everybody else don't believe him and think that he's just a weird exchange student. But he, by the end of the show, tries to take over the world. It lasted until 2006, but the original show lasted from 2001 to 2002. It came back in 2006 on Nick-Toons. Originally, it lasted for just 2 seasons because it was too edgy and gross. Invader Zim lasted for 2 seasons and had 27 episodes. The next show is the Chalk Zone show. Chalk Zone. A show about a boy named Rudy Tabuti and his friend that's the class genius Penny. And This show lasted from 2002 to 2008 for 4 seasons and 40 episodes. About a boy that was a local misfit in his class and finds this magic chalk. Some people claim that it's based on this old show called Simon in the Land of Chalk Drawings, and that might be. It was a 2000 show that was originally a 1990 show on this old yeah cartoon show, and it spun off into its own thing in the early 2000s. The head character was voiced by E.G. Gailey. Snap, his partner in the Chalk Zone part of the show when he goes into Chalk Zone, was voiced by Candy Milo. Give you a little backstory about this one. In 2001, DNA Productions and O Entertainment collaborated with Nickelodeon Movies to make the movie called Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. In 2002, from 2002 to 2006, it got spun off into its own sequel series called The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron and Boy Genius. Debbie Dearberry was the main character, and Caroline Lawrence was the main antagonist, Cindy Vortex. It was an expanded version of what the movie was. A boy genius going on all kinds of antics with his friends Shane and Carl. Jimmy starts something in the show and then has to fix it. The show had 3 seasons and 64 episodes. The show was also another show that originally aired on the Oh Yeah cartoons. It got spun off into its own show, and it was called Barbara and Zeddy's My Life as a Teenage Robot. About a teenage robot named XJ9 that changes her name to Jenny Wakeman and has two best friends, Tucker and Brad. She has a mad scientist but mad genius mom, Nora Wakeman, and she's the hero of the show, but she also longs to be a regular teenager. The show lasted from 2006 to 2009. 3 seasons and 39 episodes. The show was Klasky Chupo's sixth and final show until the most recent reboot of the Rugrats franchise, Rugrats 2021, and it was called All Grown Up. It lasted for 5 seasons from 2003 to 2008 for 55 episodes and had the bulk of the most ordinary cast of the regular show, except it had Chris Kavanaugh for one episode, the original pilot, which was a all grown up episode on the original Rugrats. But as the show got into a show, it was Nancy Cartwright for the continuer of the run of the show. This is the second and last Butch Hartman show on this list, Danny Phantom. It lasted for 3 seasons and 53 episodes, 2004 to 2007. The show about three friends. One, the protagonist, Danny Phantom, aka Danny Phantom. His parents are these mad scientist ghost researchers that make this parallel universe called a ghost zone. It's a ghost world. He goes in the machine when they couldn't get it to work just because they forgot to turn it on. And he puts this radioactive suit of a thing on. And he goes in the machine as it's plugged up and turns it on. Well, as he turns it on with him in there, it turns him into a half person, half super ghost human cyborg. Yeah, hybrid. That basically turns him into an animated comic book Superman type character. And he has to be the hero for all the ghost villains that keep coming through the ghost zone. His two best friends are Sam Munson and Alex Foley. Show on our list is Avatar The Last Airbender. It lasted from February 21st, 2005 till July of '08 for 3 seasons. July 19th, 2008 to be more precise. there are four different kind of tribe people in this universe: the Earth Kingdom, the Water Tribes, the Fire Nation, and the Air Nomads. Long ago, they lived in harmony until the Fire People attacked. That started a 100-year war. And when people needed their leader, the unifier of all the people, the Avatar, he is nowhere to be found. 100 years passed. Once the 100-year peak of the 100-year war, in Sokka and Katara, two Southern Water Tribe people find the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. They go around for a bit in the first couple of episodes, but then they realize that Avatar Aang is the last airbender of his kind. And he has a big weight on his shoulders because he is going to end up being the savior of the show and the world. Which he does do in the series finale. He fights Fire Lord Ozai and beats him. But the show is based on Asian culture, like Japanese and wartime stuff of the past. The Earth Kingdom is based on Asian culture. The Fire Nation is based on Asian culture. The Water Tribes, though, are based on different kind of cultures, like Alaskan style cultures. And the Swamp People are based on the Swamp Water Tribe people that are a subculture of the regular Water Tribe are based on your Louisiana swamp types. But there's your good benders and your bad benders. And then there's your masters. They are the key elements of the bend, of whatever they bend. The Avatar is supposed to be the master bender of all four of the main elements: fire, water, earth, and, so on. Fire, water, and earth, and air. He's also the leader that leads and keeps the peace. Leads to the peace if there's a war, and he keeps the peace. Well, join me next video for Saturday Afternoon Retro Tune 13, and tell me in the comments what you want Saturday Afternoon Retro Tune 13 to be about. And tell me if you like this video. But also, if you want to watch the next video, remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the notification bell so you always know about my videos every Friday and Saturday at 3.